Hey, it's the lunatic from the woods, out here in the middle of the trees, having a good time. I got a video for you. It's called it's just my story about the depleted state. I got inspired by Rin to make this video. It's another YouTube semen retention YouTuber. So yeah, let's get into it. So in the beginning, mind you, when I was younger, it was like the late 80s, early 90s, and I grew up in a small conservative town. So, all this releasing nonsense wasn't even a thing. It was extremely looked down upon. And the access that you guys have to, dirty movies and just trash was non-existent. Because there was no internet back then. There was no internet and everything was monitored. That's why you see the ratings on the movies. If you weren't of age, you couldn't see that. And so it was really it was non-existent. The only form of that you would see might be in a magazine. If you found a magazine somewhere, sometimes they were out, not behind the counter, but a lot of times the clerks and stuff put them behind the counter. So the kids and stuff couldn't get to them and everything like that. Everyone was extremely religious in the town that I grew up in. And it wasn't even a thing. Then, as I progressed and I got older, in my 20s, it started to slowly become a thing for me. And then there was a period in time where I had the idea. There was nothing. It was just my intuition going off that, I was practicing chastity. I was practicing semen retention. And I did it for 9 months. And then after that, it kind of slowly went downhill with the evolution of the internet. Then the internet was out and it was getting more and more evolved. And then, it was becoming more accessible. Then Wi-Fi came out and I was in my 30s. And then every day I would go and release to some crap some trash that I would watch on the internet. And the energy loss and everything, it just gradually creeps up on you. It's just the devil slipping its way in. You guys who make fun of it and everything, you guys are going to see the effects. It might be in your 30s. Then come again. There's people talking on these channels that were completely burned out when they were 18, which is completely insane to me. Because when I was 18, the technology wasn't even there. We had zero access to any of that shit. So yeah, and then gradually it just got worse from there. And I was wondering why it was hard for me to get out of bed at 30 years old. Super hard for me to get out of bed. I had no energy. People would just fuck with you. People were mean. Dogs would growl at me. I would get bit by dogs. And I was just my late 30s, I guess I was coming extremely burned out. And I just didn't know what to do. And I'm just sitting there praying to God for some kind of answer. And I was meditating on the third eye. And that's why I do have a couple videos talking about that in more depth with hallucinations and kind of spiritual weirdness that I encountered. And from there, my eyes were too open. I couldn't do that. But I still did that a couple times, but it was so few and far between, and then it just completely fell off. And now, I'm at 102 days. And I mean, before that, I mean, mind you, the third eye thing was like 10 years ago. To give you guys kind of a timeline. And it just gradually grew from there. I mean, like, and then like, so basically I've been on semen retention for 10 years, if you want to consider that, because I did have a wife that I would still have sex with. And now I'm taking a break from that. Like, I'm not having sex with my wife anymore. It's just complete retention. I had one wet dream in the 102 days. That was it in the beginning for whatever reason. So yeah, it's gradual. It's subtle. I mean, your life will subtly get worse and worse as time goes on. This is how it works. This is how it worked for me anyway. I mean, you guys have all the access in the world, so you guys are getting to the state that I probably was when I was like 38 years old at like 18, 19. You know, Rin, I don't know how old this kid is, but he's like, what is he, like 22? I mean, like, I wasn't even that exposed to that. I was a little bit, but not on the level that you guys are. So, I mean, you guys have it rough. You really do. And if you could hit rock bottom really fast, and then your eyes can become opened. But I mean, like, I was praying to God for some kind of help. And I had like this third eye awakening, which, I mean, I have a video on the third eye if you guys want more explanation. But I actually had that first, and then it evolved into like the way I was eating, all kinds of other stuff. So yeah, I have a semen retention journal that I'm going to put up there, 90 days, because I feel like the 90-day mark, that's when, things really start happening. So this is the lunatic from the woods. I'm signing out, guys. I hope that answered all your questions, Mr. Rin. You guys have a blessed day.